Why do so many vibrant, seemingly healthy seniors pass away before their 82nd birthday? The answer isn't what you might expect. It's not heart attacks, cancer, or sudden accidents. Instead, it's a silent, overlooked threat that erodes vitality long before physical ailments become apparent. I'm Dr. James Carter, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping seniors not just live longer, but thrive with energy, independence, and joy well into their later years. What if I told you that one of the most powerful predictors of a long, fulfilling life isn't tied to your blood pressure, cholesterol, or how many steps you take daily, but to an essential aspect of human vitality that society often dismisses as irrelevant for older adults? In this presentation, I'll unveil a natural, cost-free, and transformative approach to boost your energy, sharpen your memory, deepen emotional connections, and rediscover the spark that makes life feel vibrant, without relying on pills, rigid routines, or costly treatments. By the end, you'll see aging not as a decline, but as an opportunity to unlock a richer, more connected life than you might have imagined possible. This journey isn't just about adding years. It's about filling those years with meaning, purpose, and joy. If this message speaks to you, type 1 in the comments to let me know you are ready to take this step. If you have ideas to improve this content, type 0. Your feedback helps me better support your health and well-being. Let's dive deep into the hidden crisis stealing vitality from seniors and discover how you can reclaim a life of vibrancy and strength. The silent crisis, losing connection to physical joy. In my decades of working with patients in their 70s, 80s, and beyond, I've noticed a recurring pattern, a quiet, almost invisible sadness in their eyes, a sense that life has become smaller, colder, and less vibrant. This isn't just an emotional shift. It's a profound disconnection from physical pleasure, the very force that once made them feel alive, connected, and human. Society has subtly yet powerfully convinced us that intimacy, touch, and sensual joy belong only to the young. After a certain age, many seniors internalize the belief that these experiences are inappropriate, unnecessary, or simply no longer possible due to physical changes, emotional losses, or cultural stigmas. This disconnection is far more than a personal loss. It's a silent health crisis that affects the body, mind, and spirit. When we stop engaging with physical pleasure, critical systems begin to falter. Blood flow to vital organs like the heart and brain diminishes, reducing their efficiency. Hormonal balance shifts, leading to lower energy, weaker immunity, and diminished emotional resilience. Neural pathways tied to joy, memory, and cognition begin to atrophy, increasing the risk of conditions like depression, heart disease, and even dementia. I've seen once vibrant men and women lose their spark, not because of frail bones or failing organs, but because they've neglected a fundamental part of what sustains human vitality. The tragedy is that this loss often goes unnoticed, masked by the busyness of life or dismissed as an inevitable part of aging. Yet, there is immense hope. Reconnecting with your body's capacity for pleasure can reverse this downward spiral, restoring energy, sharpening mental clarity, and rekindling emotional widening. This isn't about chasing fleeting moments of youth. It's about embracing the full potential of your body and spirit today, at any age. By understanding and addressing this crisis, you can unlock a path to not just survival, but thriving. Let's explore why this connection is so critical and how it can transform your health. Why solo intimacy after 60 is vital for longevity. Throughout my career, I've witnessed remarkable transformations in patients who refuse to let age define their vitality. One undeniable truth has emerged: solo sexual expression, such as masturbation, is not a mere indulgence. It's a cornerstone of health and longevity that can profoundly impact your quality of life. This may feel surprising or even uncomfortable, especially if you've grown up in a culture that shrouds such topics in shame or silence. But biology speaks louder than societal taboos, and the science is clear. After 60, the body naturally faces declines in circulation, hormone production, muscle tone, and neurological function. Regular solo intimacy counters these effects in ways that are both powerful and measurable. It boosts blood flow to the brain, heart, and extremities, delivering oxygen and nutrients to tissues that might otherwise deteriorate. It triggers the release of endorphins, nature's stress relievers, promoting deeper, more restorative sleep and reducing anxiety. Modest increases in testosterone and other hormones help maintain muscle mass, bone density, and emotional stability, all of which are critical for healthy aging. Neuroscientific studies reveal even more. Sexual pleasure activates multiple brain regions simultaneously, strengthening neural pathways tied to memory, emotional regulation, and cognitive flexibility. In my practice, I've seen patients who embrace this practice exhibit sharper thinking, greater creativity, and a brighter outlook compared to those who withdraw from physical connection. Beyond these biological benefits, solo intimacy is a profound act of self-affirmation. It's a declaration that your body, regardless of age, remains worthy of care, affection, and joy. This emotional reconnection often sparks a ripple effect, inspiring healthier habits like better nutrition, regular movement, or renewed engagement with friends and community. For some, it even reignites a sense of curiosity and adventure that they thought had faded. Yet despite these benefits, many seniors struggle to maintain this vital connection, held back by deep-seated myths and misconceptions. To fully embrace this practice, we must first dismantle those barriers, which we'll explore next. Myths that rob seniors of vitality. In my years of practice, I've seen how easily vibrant, capable seniors fall victim to misconceptions that quietly erode their health and happiness. These beliefs aren't just harmless misunderstandings. They're powerful, invisible forces that convince people to abandon one of their most potent sources of vitality. The first myth is that physical pleasure becomes irrelevant with age. I've lost count of how many patients have said, "I'm too old for that," with a resigned smile, as if age somehow erases the body's need for connection and joy. The truth is, your body's capacity for intimacy and touch doesn't vanish. It evolves, requiring patience, mindfulness, and a gentler approach. Another pervasive myth is that solo pleasure is shameful or inappropriate. Many seniors grow up in eras where self-pleasure was stigmatized, whispered about with embarrassment, or even labeled as morally wrong. These outdated messages can linger, creating layers of guilt that persist into later decades. Let me say this with clarity and compassion. Caring for your body through solo intimacy is a natural, essential act of self-respect, not something to be ashamed of. It's as vital as eating well or staying active. A third misconception is that conserving sexual energy preserves strength or vitality. In reality, the opposite is true. Regular engagement, even solo, stimulates hormones, improves circulation, and keeps tissues healthy. Neglecting this aspect is like letting a muscle weaken from disuse. It diminishes the body's resilience over time. Perhaps the most damaging myth is that sexual health is separate from overall health. Modern science shows they're deeply intertwined. Nurturing one supports the other, while neglecting one causes both to suffer. For example, poor sexual health can contribute to stress, sleep issues, and even cardiovascular problems, while vibrant sexual health supports mental clarity and emotional balance. These myths don't just steal joy, they steal years. By debunking them, we open the door to a life of renewed energy and purpose. But understanding alone isn't enough. You need a practical, compassionate plan to move forward, which we'll outline next. The Reconnection Plan, a step-by-step path to vitality. When I began helping seniors reconnect with their bodies, I realized that encouragement alone wasn't enough. They needed a clear, practical, and respectful roadmap designed for the unique needs of an aging body. That's why I created the Reconnection Plan, a step-by-step method that honors the changes of age while reigniting the vital connection between mind, body, and spirit. This isn't about chasing the intensity of youth. It's about embracing the depth and wisdom of your current season of life. Here's how it works. Step 1. Preparation. Set the stage for reconnection by creating a private, comfortable space where you feel safe and free from interruptions. Adjust the room's temperature to your liking, choose a cozy chair or bed, and keep a high-quality, body-safe lubricant nearby. Dim the lights or light a candle if it helps you feel at ease. These small, intentional acts send a powerful message to your body. You are worthy of care and attention. Step 2. Relaxation. This process is not a race or a chore. It's an act of self-kindness. Begin with slow, deep breathing, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Let tension melt from your shoulders, back, and limbs, imagining it flowing away like water down a stream. This mindfulness calms your nervous system, opening the door to sensations you may have thought were lost. If you enjoy guided relaxation, consider soft music or a brief meditation to center yourself. Step 3. Awakening. Gently explore areas of your body that you may have ignored for years. Your arms, inner thighs, lower belly, chest, or even your neck. Touch these areas lightly with curiosity, not judgment, as if rediscovering an old friend. Notice any response, however subtle, a tingle, warmth, or even a faint sense of connection. These are signs your body is still alive, still eager to engage with you. Step 4. Focused stimulation. Gradually introduce more direct touch, moving at your own pace with no pressure to achieve a specific outcome. Use slow, mindful movements to deepen sensations, allowing arousal to build naturally. If physical limitations like arthritis or reduced sensitivity are present, adapt by using gentler techniques or tools like soft massagers. The goal isn't a destination, it's the journey of rediscovering your body's potential. Step 5. Integration. After your practice, pause to breathe deeply and reflect. Thank yourself for investing in your well-being, whether the experience was subtle or profound. Savor the sense of aliveness and consider journaling your thoughts or feelings to solidify this connection. This moment of gratitude fosters healing on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level. The Reconnection plan is about embracing who you are now, with all the wisdom, strength, and tenderness of your years. Consistency, practicing 2-3 times a week, builds momentum, but challenges may arise. Let's explore how to navigate those obstacles to ensure lasting success. Navigating challenges for lasting success. Reconnecting with your body is a deeply rewarding journey, but it's rarely a straight path. Obstacles are natural, and understanding them can make the difference between giving up and transforming your health. In my practice, I've seen patients stumble not because they lack desire, but because they encounter predictable pitfalls. Here's how to overcome them. Unrealistic expectations. Many seniors expect instant, intense results, hoping to feel as they did in their 20s or 30s. When this doesn't happen, disappointment can derail progress. Reframe success. It's not about recreating youth, but about rediscovering sensation, comfort, and presence. Even small responses, a slight warmth, a sense of calm, are signs of healing beneath the surface. Celebrate these as victories. Inconsistency. Like building strength or flexibility, reconnecting with your body requires regular practice. Sporadic efforts, engaging only when the mood strikes, are like watering a plant once a month and expecting it to thrive. Commit to 2-3 sessions a week, treating them as acts of self-respect. Schedule them at a time when you're relaxed, perhaps after a warm bath or in the evening, to make it a nurturing ritual. Performance pressure. Focusing too much on achieving a specific outcome like arousal or climax creates stress, tightening muscles, and restricting blood flow. This undermines the very benefits you're seeking. Instead, embrace the process. Every moment of pleasure, however subtle, is a step forward. Let go of comparisons to youthful experiences and focus on what feels good now. Lingering shame. Old beliefs from cultural or personal upbringing may whisper that self-pleasure is wrong, selfish, or unnecessary. These thoughts can be deeply ingrained, especially for those raised in eras where such topics were taboo. Counter them with compassion. Remind yourself that caring for your body is a natural, essential part of health, as vital as eating or sleeping. If shame persists, consider journaling your feelings, talking to a trusted friend, or seeking a counselor to release these burdens. Physical limitations. Aging bodies may face challenges like reduced sensitivity, arthritis, or mobility issues. Adapt by using lubricants, softer touch, or assistive tools like gentle massagers. Patience is key. Your body may respond more slowly, but it's still capable of profound sensations. Overcoming these hurdles strengthens not just your physical vitality, but your emotional resilience and sense of self. Each step forward builds confidence, paving the way for a transformative approach to health tailored to this season of life. Let's conclude with a call to embrace this opportunity fully. Conclusion: live fully, not just longer. We've uncovered a silent crisis that steals years from seniors. Not a disease visible on medical charts, but the gradual, often unnoticed loss of connection to physical joy. Fueled by myths, shame, and misinformation, this disconnection weakens blood flow, hormonal balance, brain function, and emotional well-being, shortening lives and diminishing their quality. But this is not the end of your story. You have the power to rewrite it, starting today. Solo intimacy after 60 isn't taboo or frivolous. It's a vital practice that supports circulation, reduces stress, sharpens cognition, and affirms your body's worth at any age. It's not about chasing youth, but protecting your independence, mental clarity, and sense of self. The Reconnection Plan offers a gentle, practical roadmap to rediscover your body's potential, tailored to the wisdom and needs of your current life stage. Yes, there will be challenges, doubts, old beliefs, or physical limitations, but each step you take is a step toward reclaiming your vitality. Don't let another day pass in quiet resignation. Your life is still rich with possibility, waiting to be felt deeply and fully in ways that bring joy, connection, and purpose. Type 1 in the comments if you're ready to reconnect with your body, your joy, and your strength. Subscribe and hit the bell to stay connected with guidance to support your journey. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it, because thriving after 60 is not just possible, it's within your reach. Your most vibrant, meaningful chapter is just beginning. Choose to honor yourself today and let this be the start of a life lived fully, not just longer.